संस्थापकं वीरम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता
संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
भारतीय संस्कृति का वैभव जग में सबसे न्यारा। ज्ञान और विज्ञान यहीं से सबने पाया सारा, सबने पाया सारा। कुछ भूलों से हारा फिर से जीते देश हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
त्यागशील सेवा व्रतधारी युवा जगे पुरुषार्थी। वैज्ञानिकता विनय सभ्यता स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी, स्वभाव हो निस्वार्थी। देशभक्ति में तेजस्वी हो फिर समाज यह सारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
शिवाजी बुद्ध गगन के तारे।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
महावीर गोविंद शिवाजी बुद्ध गगन के तारे। परंपरा की पुण्य चेतना उर में हम सब धारे, उर में हम सब धारे। बाल हृदय में उसे जगाकर जगे देश यह सारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा।
जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ, जय भारत माँ, जय गीता माँ।
नारी दुर्बलता को राष्ट्र समर्थ बनाओ, बंधु भाव समता ममता से सबको गले लगाओ, सबको गले लगाओ। चलो विवेकानंद मार्ग पर शुभ संदेश हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा, गीता परिवार हमारा। ईश्वर भक्ति भाव से बहती संस्कारों की धारा, भारत माँ की सेवा में गीता परिवार हमारा, 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 गीता परिवार हमारा।
अधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुराः पाणिर्मधुराः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
हरणं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
कुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीथी मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
जय श्री कृष्ण ऑल। स्वामी गोविंद देव गिरी जी महाराज के चरणों में सादर नमन। On behalf of Geeta Parivar, this is Madhushree Timble from Goa, offering you a warm welcome for the interpretation of 14th chapter of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā by Geeta Praveen, Kavita Didi, Verma. The 14th chapter of Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā is the Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga, the Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, which are based on person's disposition, which keep the eternal self bound to the physical body. We begin the interpretation of this session by Prarthana by Oinam Parmeshwar Singh Ji. Oinam Ji is based in the beautiful state of Manipur in East India. He holds a master's degree in life science and enjoys teaching biology to a CBSE school students. Oinam Ji joined Geeta Parivar in November 21 and is a student and also a top volunteer at Geeta Parivar. Over to you, Oinam Ji, for the prayer.
Jai Shri Krishna Didi.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna everyone. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna, Oinam Ji, and a gratitude for the beautiful rendition of the prayer. Thank you very much. Let us now illuminate this holy gathering by Deepa Prajwalan. Shubham bhavatu kalyanam arogyam pushtivardhanam atma tattva prabodhaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute. The oil in the lamp is Vairagya, renunciation from the material world. The lighting deep is Jnana Jyoti, the lamp of wisdom. And the cotton wick is the bhakti, devotion, dedication, which makes us closer to moksha, that is liberation from samsara, salvation. And today, it is the honor of our co-trainer, Sneha Patil Ji, to perform the devotional task of kindling the lamp. Sneha Ji is a voluntarily retired lecturer from senior college. She takes prime interest in music, drawing, art, flower arrangements, and rangoli. Sneha Ji joined Geeta Parivar in April 21 and presently offering her services as an honorable trainer for L1, L2 levels. Over to Sneha Patil Ji for Deepa Prajwalan.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः वरदां शारदां नुमः.
Thank you, Sneha Ji, for creating a beautiful, auspicious aura. And now, It's time to listen to the interpretation of chapter 14 by Honorable Kavita Didi Verma. Kavita ji is very young by age, but the depth of her knowledge is truly immense. And no wonder the highest authority of Geeta Parivar, Adaraniya Swamiji Govindadev Giriji Maharaj, chose her as an interpreter. After scoring very high marks in 12th science, Kavita ji chose to follow the not so common path of mastering the Advait Vedant at Chinmay Vishwavidyapit, Kochi, for the degree of Vedanta Acharya. As a woman, I take great pride and privilege to state here that Kavita ji belongs to a very few representatives of women who try to pursue this very, very difficult path. We are very proud of you, Kavita ji. Kavita ji is a stupendous speaker, ex-tempo poetess, and a beautiful classical dancer. It's always a pleasure to listen to Kavita ji's interpretations or to attend her meetings again and again. With great joy and pride, I present to you today's speaker, Geeta Visharad, Geeta Praveen, Program Coordinator of Geeta Parivar, heading GC Management Teams and Program Organizing Team, the one and only Miss Kavita Didi Verma. Jai Shri Krishna Kavita ji, aapka swagat.
Jai Shri Krishna. So welcome in the 14th chapter, first half interpretation session. So previously we have done our level 1, 12th and 15th chapters. Then in level 2 also we have completed 16th chapter and 9th chapter. Now we are having the next chapter, that is 14th chapter. So Bhakti Yog, Purushottam Yog, Daivasa Sampat Vibhag Yog, Jnana Raj Vidya Raj Guhya Yog, and now we are having this Gunatraya Vibhag Yog. So here in this chapter, it is very interesting, so that you can achieve whatever you want. Psychology and some having some subjects belongs to this mind. For us, this is very interesting, because here Lord will talk about the nature of mind, and also he will be giving some references, and also he will be talking about the mechanism of this mind, how this mind works, and how many times we have heard that our mind is our own friend, and sometimes our mind is our own enemy. Now how it is friend and enemy both. So everything Lord will tell in this chapter. So how to become, like last time we have also seen the 9th chapter. Now here Lord will tell how to become successful in your life, because success, everyone wants success in their life. And why we want success? Because we want happiness. Everyone wants happiness in the life. So what is this happiness and how to receive this happiness? And after receiving this happiness, why it is called that we are successful? So just think about this happiness and success, the good relation between the success and happiness. So when someone asks you, if you are talking about some successful man, or you are talking about a topic called success, then what comes in your mind? So we say, when we have completed all our responsibilities, we have received all that thing which we have thought before. So sometimes people want to buy some things, some worldly things, and they become successful, they become happy. Now why we want anything, like whatever desires we are having in our mind, why we are having? So this question should come in our mind, and if we find the answer will be the happiness only. If you want kid, why you want kid? Because out of this kid you are getting happiness. You want to get first division in your class. Suppose there is some student, why he wants to get first division? Because everyone will appreciate. So out of this appreciation, what he will get? So the satisfaction and happiness he will get. Some people want to get money. They want to build buildings and all factories. Why they want money? What they will get out of this money? Because if you have some thousands of rupees some thousands in a month, then also you can easily survive in this world. But still people want more and more money. Why they want money? So out of this money, what they are going to get? So the ultimate goal is success only. Some people getting this success from money, some people getting this success after out of knowledge. They are very interested to learn new things, and when they learn new things, new art, dance, singing, and other things, they get success, they get happiness. So this happiness we want, and when we fulfill our desires, that they say that we are successful in our life. So success, according to the if we ask what is success, so this is something about the related with the happiness. So if you are living your happy life, that means you are successful in your life, you are satisfied, and the reason behind this because you have done whatever you wanted to do, and whatever were your responsibilities. Because when we fulfill our responsibilities, we go with our duties, and we achieve everything whatever we wanted, and we will get satisfaction, we will get happiness. If you don't fulfill your responsibilities, then what will happen in the future? If the responsibility of students is studying, but the student is not studying, then what will happen in the future? He will have some negative impacts of not studying. So of course, when we don't follow our responsibilities and duties, automatically we are going to get some negative results. So when we talk about success, that means happiness, and happiness will come when we do everything whatever we wanted to do. But the question here is sometimes we wanted to do a lot of things, but we are not able to do that because our mind is not in our control. We wanted to do something, but our mind is not giving, not supporting us sometimes. So many times, so here Lord will tell about the nature of mind, how this mind can become your friend, how this mind will start supporting you so that you can achieve whatever you want. This mind is having a lot of power, energy. If this mind will support you, you can do everything. You can achieve anything in this universe. But the difference between the successful person and the person who is not that much successful is the only difference, that the person who has control over the mind, that person can easily get everything, whatever he wants. But the people who don't have control over the mind, they cannot get whatever they do. They will never going to get that. So sometimes in our school, in our college, there are two types of students. One who get 80% marks, and another who scored 90 plus. Now, what is the difference? There is no difference in intelligence. Many times this intelligence level is same, but still there is difference in result, because the students who are getting 90 plus marks, maybe they are putting a lot of efforts, but the other students who are getting only 80%, they want to put efforts like toppers are doing, but they are not able to do that. So sometimes they spend 10 hours, 12 hours, and the toppers are even they are only spending 5 hours, 4 hours, but still there is difference. The toppers will give time in consistency. They have consistency. Today I have to study 4 hours, tomorrow also 4 hours, day after tomorrow also 4 hours. So they are giving their time regularly. So this consistency is important. But the other students, they are maybe sometimes in a week they are studying for 10 hours, 20 hours, but the other day they are not studying anything. Similarly, in Geeta classes also, many of you have this experience, maybe, that some participants in your class, they can by heart the shlokas very easily. They are every weekend they send the audios, sometimes videos to record their shlokas. And at the other hand, some other students are there or participants, they are not able to by heart the shlokas, because the people who are able to by heart the shlokas, they are practicing Bhagavad Gita regularly. They are regularly reading some shlokas. They are regularly putting efforts. But the people who are not able to by heart, that means they are not putting efforts regularly or daily. So consistency is very, very important. For the Learn Gita program, we as the participant, for us, success is to by heart all the shlokas, or to understand all the shlokas, or to just know how to read all the shlokas. But some participants are not able to do this. At the other hand, some participants are getting, or they are able to do it, like they are doing they are putting extraordinary efforts and they are doing good. They are giving Jigyasu exam, Pathak exam, and other examinations. So the difference is only the people who have consistency, they can achieve more, and the people who have less consistency, or they are not following this thing regularly, they cannot achieve the thing. Now, how this consistency will come? So everyone knows that we should study daily. We should whatever shlokas teacher is teaching us, we should, after the class, we should just practice with the audios, and we should try to send our audios daily, and then we can easily just learn 2 or 3 shlokas daily, and we can complete Bhagavad Gita in all the 18 chapters in 1 year. So everyone has this knowledge, but some can apply, some cannot apply. So those who can apply, they have control over their mind. And the others, those who cannot apply, they don't have control over their mind. So their mind is not supporting them. That is the only reason. Now, what is the nature of mind and how we can control it? Lord will start explaining here, and also in this chapter, in 17th chapter, he will be explaining the same. So first he will start with the first shloka. We will begin. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā Chaturdashodhyāyah. Shri Bhagavanuvāca. Param bhūyah pravakshyāmi jnānānaṁ jnānamuttamam yajñātmā munayas sarve param siddhimito gataha. Now he is saying param bhūyah pravakshyāmi. The knowledge I have already told in the previous chapters, I will tell you again. Param bhūyah pravakshyāmi. I will tell the same knowledge again. Bhūyah, bhūyah means again. I will tell you the same knowledge again. Why he is telling the same knowledge again? If he has already explained in previous chapters, now why he is telling again? So he's saying sometimes we have a small child or small kids in our house. Sometimes their mind feeds them again and again. Even the child is saying, I am full, I am completed now, no more, I will not eat more. But still mother will feed him again and again. Why? Because mother knows better than the child. Child thinks that I am full, I am completed. But mother thinks like, no, you need more. You need more to eat. So mother will feed the child. Similarly, God, the Bhagwan or Shri Krishna is also like our mother. He knows how much this Arjuna wants or how much this Arjuna needs. So sometimes the wanting something and needing something, like we want something and we need something. There is difference. Sometimes we want less, but we need more. Or sometimes we want more, but we need less. Like we want so much money and big house, but we need very less. We need not to get that big house. What will we do with 4 rooms? We can even survive in 1 room. So need is only for 1 room, but still we want more. Similarly, sometimes we want little bit, but we need more. What is that? So like meditation. So meditation, we need at least to do 1 hour or 30 minutes. But some people, they want only to do for 10 minutes, 5 minutes is also, 5 minutes are also very, very much. So this is the nature, some wanting and desiring something. So he is saying that param bhuya pravakshami, you need to listen this knowledge again. Why? Because this knowledge is not easy to apply in your life. Many times we think, okay, I have completed my course, Learn Geeta program, 18 chapters I have by-hearted. Now I am the master of Bhagavad Gita. No. So Bhagavad Gita is a very deep philosophy by Shri Krishna ji. Everything, all the Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, everything is explained here. And especially the Karma Yoga, Lord has explained. So everything is there now. This is very vast subject. And when we are even doing research in one shloka, that also needs a lot of effort. We have different commentaries by different scholars, Shankaracharya ji, Ramanujacharya ji, Vallabhacharya ji, Madhusudan Saraswati ji, and Ram Suktas ji. So many people have given their thoughts, or they have just written commentaries, and in every commentary, if you open Bhagavad Gita's commentaries, you will find different thoughts, completely different thoughts. So even the one shloka, someone is explaining in another way, some other person has came and he is explaining totally different way he's giving. So this Bhagavad Gita is very vast subject. So Lord is saying, I am giving this knowledge or telling this knowledge again, because this is not easy to perceive, this is not easy to understand. So param bhuya pravakshami, also applying this knowledge. Once you understand this knowledge, though you have by-hearted the shlokas, and now you can understand the meaning also. Maybe you will be able to write some commentary, etc. also. You have learned so many commentaries also, but still applying knowledge is totally different thing. People, they have a lot of knowledge. That's why in 12th chapter, Lord has said, Jnana-dhyanam vishishyate. So knowledge, sometimes meditation or dhyanam is better than the jnanam. Why he said this? And the sarva karma phala tyagan, and the renunciation of all the karma phala is more, the greater than the dhyanam also. So Gyan, he when he was saying about the Gyan, Dhyan and Sarva Karma Phala Tyagan, he said that Gyan is not the supreme thing. Sometimes we have a lot of knowledge, but still we are not following that knowledge. So this knowledge has no use. Knowledge has use when we are also applying in our life. So whatever situations are coming in our life, we should think about the situation, and also we should think about the solutions according to Bhagavad Gita. And you will find all the solutions. And Gandhiji says, I get all the solutions, all the things from the Bhagavad Gita. That doesn't mean it is written, Bhagwan has said, Gandhiji, he wrote some shloka or he said some shloka. No. We have to understand the shloka meaning, and then we can interpret according to our problem. And we will definitely get the solution. But for that, first we have to learn one by one, step by step. So, but it is sure that we can get all the answers, we can get all the solutions from the Bhagavad Gita. So people who have knowledge, maybe they have only knowledge of the words Bhagavad Gita, param bhuya pravakshami, they can give you a very deep explanations about the param bhuya pravakshami, etc. But if they are not applying that knowledge in their life, that knowledge has no use. So first we should think about it, because applying this knowledge is not easy. So in Bhagavad Gita, many times akrodha, Lord has told this about this akrodha many times. This absence of anger is very, very, very important. But kama, krodhas, tatha, lobhas. So this when he explained about the 3 gates of hell, he said krodha, anger, lust, kama, lobh, greed. But still we have all this thing in our life, in our mind. in a day, many times we express our growth and we express our anger. So it happens with everyone. We are not able to apply that knowledge in our life, but still, if we follow regularly, we can slowly apply that knowledge. So he is saying, Param Bhuya Pravakshami. That's why I'm telling you again, because applying this knowledge is not easy. So if you will listen it again and again, so maybe slowly you can apply that knowledge. So Param Bhuya Pravakshami Jnanana Jnanamuttamam. And this knowledge is the supreme among all the knowledges. So like we have knowledge of scriptures, we have knowledge of different subjects like maths, chemistry, physics. Also we have knowledge of dance and some other arts. So here in this word, there are different knowledges. It is not about the knowledge of Bhagavad-Gītā or knowledge of Brahman or knowledge of some other particular scriptures, but any common. So this is the knowledge of human nature, or this is the knowledge of you have a good learning in biology. You can know the mechanism of this body. So everyone has different knowledges. But this knowledge I'm telling you, O Arjuna, this is the supreme knowledge among all the knowledges. Why? Because after knowing this knowledge, you will become all knower. So there will remain nothing to know more. You will become all knower. You will be knowing everything. Param bhuya pravakshami jnanana jnanamuttamam. And also it is supreme, because after knowing this knowledge, your dukkha or your sorrows will be destroyed. The main problem in our life, what is the problem? So problem also is the cause of sorrow. Why we don't like problems? Because if we will have problem, that problem will make some sorrow. It will give us pain. We will have anxiety. We'll have tensions. We don't like health issues. Why? Because health issues will give us sorrow. They will give us pain. So all these things, the ultimate, like everyone wants happiness. So through different things, we want happiness. If you will ask what you want, people will give different answers. But the ultimate goal is happiness. Similarly, what you don't want, that is dukkha only, sorrow only. They will give different problems. Like someone, if you want, what do you don't want in your life? I don't want any health issue. Some people say, I don't want my this colleague in my life. Or different answers are there. But the ultimate thing is sorrow only. We don't want dukkha, sorrow in our life. So he is saying, Param bhuya pravakshami jnanana jnanamuttamam. After knowing this knowledge, you will become sorrow free. You will not have any more sorrows or pains in your life. Why? Because after knowing this knowledge, the sorrow is the cause of this samsara. But you will become free from this samsara. And after becoming free from this samsara, the cause will not be there. So the whatever you are getting out of this cause, that will also not be there. So samsara will not there. So this sorrow, pains will also not be there. So param bhuya pravakshami jnanana jnanamuttamam yajgatma munayas sarve param siddhimito gataha. Why? What is saying? Yajgatma. After knowing this knowledge, all the munis or the sages have gone to the moksha. Param siddhi. They have received a supreme place. So that means they have received moksha, or they have become free from this samsara. Now they don't have any attachment with this samsara. If they are not getting food, if they are not getting shelter, if they are not getting clothes, then also they are satisfied in their life. So they live in the Himalayas, and they live they don't want anything from this samsara. That means, and when we don't want anything from this samsara, we can become peaceful, we can become happy. So param bhuya pravakshami. So they will just become free from this samsara if they know this supreme knowledge, and this what things this supreme knowledge has. So what makes us to become viragi from this samsara? We don't have any attachment, detached with this samsara. What thing it may, what is the thing in this knowledge? Why it is so special? What is the mechanism? So he will tell in the Bhagavad Gita only how it causes, how it gives us vairagya, and out of this vairagya we can become happy. So param bhuya pravakshami jnanana jnanam uttamam. Now the second shloka is idam jnanam upashritya mama sadharmya magataha sarge pinopajayante pralayena vyathanti cha. The same thing he is saying. Idam jnanam upashritya, after getting this knowledge, mama sadharmya magataha, he will become one with me. He will become identical with me, one with me. I am not different from this jiva, and he will be having this knowledge that he is not different from me. So me, this Paramatma, and this jiva is one only. So he will know this. He will know this thing that I am not different from the Paramatma. Sarge pinopajayante, and in the beginning of this universe, maybe he will not get rebirth. He will not reborn, because when we get birth in this samsara, we have to come in this samsara. Then only these pains and these sorrows will come. So in the Sargaloka and other lokas, there is no pain. But still we will not be living in the Sargaloka forever, because in 9th chapter already we have seen like Shine Punyam Martya Lokam Vishanti. After our merits or punyas will be destroyed, we will again get into the Mrityu Loka or the samsara. So this our main goal is to that supreme Param Siddhi. What he said in the first shloka. So to get this Param Siddhi is our supreme goal. So he is saying that Sarge Pinopajayante Pralayena Vyathanti cha. So in the beginning, they will not have any problem. They will not have, they don't have to take rebirth, and also Pralayena Vyathanti cha. If everything in this world will be dissolving, it will be destroying, then also they don't have any problem. Or we can just say that in the time of Mrityu, when we are dying, then there is a lot of pain. But the people who know this supreme knowledge, they will not have that pain. They don't have any attachment with the samsara. We have pain when we are just leaving this body? Because we think, what will happen with my child? What will happen with my relatives? What will happen with my friends? Sometimes we also think about our enemies. I'm going now, my enemy will enjoy in this life alone, in this samsara again. I will not be able to enjoy. So these things come in our mind when we are doing this, when we are leaving our body. So if we don't have any attachment with anyone, then we will not have these thoughts. So we can easily leave our body. Yes. Sarva yo mama yonir mahad brahma tasmin garbhan dadhamyaham sambhavas sarva bhutanan tato bhavati bharata. Is saying mama yonir mahad brahma. So now the concept of prakriti will come here. So here the prakriti, he will use the word prakriti. In Vedanta philosophy we say it maya, and in Sankhya philosophy we say it prakriti. So there is little bit slight difference between maya and prakriti, but like this is, we have already seen in 9th chapter 10th shloka, maya dhakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetu nanena kaunteya jagad viparivartate. Like I am the supervisor and my prakriti creates everything. Similarly, mama yonir mahad brahma. So this prakriti is the yoni, and I place the seed in the yoni, and then sambhava sarva bhutanam, and then all these bhut pranis will come. So what he wants to say, like this prakriti is jad completely, like a fan. Fan cannot give you air, and then the placing seed, or he is giving seed, that means the electricity. So we can just understand this thing with the example of fan and electricity. So when we have some fan cannot give you air. When there is electricity, then this fan will rotate and it will give you air. Similarly, this Prakriti or this Maya cannot do anything without the help of Chaitanya or without the help of this Paramatma. So Paramatma will give some force or some Chaitanyata, and then this Maya will create, or this Prakriti will create everything. So this Prakriti is saying Sarva Yonishu Kaunteya Mudaya Sambhavantiyaha Tasam Brahma Mahadyoni Aham Bija Pradapita. So he's saying I am like a father and this Prakriti is like a mother. And then Sarva Yonishu Kaunteya Mudaya Sambhavantiyaha. So like all, according to our Indian scriptures, there are 84 lakhs yonis, 84 types of different living creatures. And if we want to divide these 84 types of living creatures into 4 types according to the way they're born. So we have different living creatures, they born differently. So we have 4 types of these jivas or these creations. So first is Jarayuj, Andaj, Svedaj and Udbhij. So like some comes from the womb. Directly they born out of the womb of mother. So that is your Jarayuj. So like the human beings, they born from the mother's womb. So they are Jarayuj. Then we have Andaj. Andaj means some living creatures, they are born out of Anda or egg. So that they are called Andaj. Then we have Udbhij. Udbhij, they are coming from the earth directly. Like we have trees. So trees are also living beings and they are also living creatures. So it is proved in Bhagavad-Gītā also. So these trees are coming out of the earth only. Then we have Svedaj. So there are some living creatures who just born out of the sweat. So these are Svedaj. So we have 4 categories according to the way they born. So but all the Yonishu, all the Sarvabhutani, so all the Murtaya, all these Yonis are coming from the Prakriti only. And how this Prakriti will create everything. So I give seed. And then like I play a role of father and this Prakriti play a role of mother. And then this whole creation is in front of us now. Sattvam rajastamaiti gudah prakriti sambhavaha nibadnanti mahabaho dehe dehinam avyayam. So till this 4th sloka, he has told about the basic concept, how this universe universe is made and what is the play of me and what is the role of Paramatma and the Prakriti, and he has told. Now from the 5th shloka, he will tell about the nature of mind or about the jiva's action. So why we do actions, how we do action after getting birth in this life, in this samsara, what things happen with us. So what is the main cause of everything? The common element which exists everywhere. Natadasti prithivyam vadi videveshu va punaha sattvam prakriti jai muktam yadebhis satribhir gunaihi. So nothing remain in this universe, in the whole universe, in this loka, in parloka, in different lokas, Swarg loka and Brahma loka and this earth and this Patal loka, everywhere there is one common element that is gunas. So we have 3 different gunas, and in every philosophy you will find this 3 gunas, concept of these 3 gunas. It is very important concept. So that first is Sattvic guna, Rajasic guna and Tamasic guna. Sattva, Raj and Tam. Satogun, Rajogun and Tamogun. So we have these 3 gunas. Now Sattva gun belongs to this goodness. When person is good, when like what type of persons are good? So we already have seen in 16th chapter. Abhayam sattva samshuddhir jnana yoga vyavasthitihi danandamascha yajnascha swadhyayastapa arjavam ahimsa, satyam, krodhas, and so on. So all 26 Deviya Guna, Devi good or divine qualities we have seen. So the people who are pursuing or who are possessed with these 26 divine qualities, they are good. And the others who are having dambho, darpo, vimanascha, krodha, parushyameva, we can easily define them. They are not a good personalities, but a negative personalities in this sansara. So when we want to define what is goodness, and what is negativity, we can easily define with the Bhagavad Gita. So here, Lord will tell about how to become good or how to become just evil person, like Dambodharpo Manashcha. So Sattvam, Rajas, Tamaiti. First, he will tell about these three gunas. What are these three gunas and how they are everywhere? So he's saying they are Prakriti Sambhavaha. They are born out of Prakriti, and or we can just say this Prakriti has no existence without these three gunas. So this Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic, these three gunas, when they will combine, they make Prakriti. So Prakriti is made of three gunas, or we can say these three gunas are born out of Prakriti. Both the things are same. So Sattvam, Rajas, Tamaiti, Gunas, Prakriti Sambhavaha, Nibadnanti Mahabaho, Dehe Dehinam Avyayam. And these three gunas will bind this jiva with this deha, with this body. So there is Atman, soul in our body. Now why the soul living in the body? Because it is because of these three gunas only. These three gunas only bind this jiva with this samsara. Now how? Because these three gunas will create attraction, will create these kama, krodhas, tatha, lobhas, tasmade, tatrayam tyajet. All these kam, krodh, lobh will be created by these three gunas only. Also the sattvic things, abhayam, sattva, samshuddhir, jnana, yoga, vyavasthiti. These sattvic things also will be created by these three gunas. Now how? So the first sattvic gun belongs to goodness. This sattvic gun always produce good qualities. The virtues all you are seeing around you are the manifestation of this sattvic guna. Then we have Rajasic guna. All the attachments, the Rajasic guna, if we want to define in Bhagavad Gita only, Rajo Ragatmakam Vidhi. So this is Rajo guna. Rajo guna belongs to this attachment. When we have so much attachment with the people, sometimes we have attachment with the things, sometimes we have attachment with our knowledge even. So these attachments are created by this Rajasic guna. Then we have Tamasic guna. What is this Tamasic guna? Tamasic, when we are having no purpose, complete ignorance, we have no knowledge. Sometimes Rajasic people, they do something, they have knowledge that I am doing this and out of this I will be getting this. But the Tamasic people, they don't have any knowledge. They are completely ignorant. To understand the Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic, we can have one small story from the Ramayana. So in the Ramayana, we have three brothers, Kumbhakarna, Vibhishan, and the Ravana. So what is the difference between three brothers? They are having different gunas. Now everyone will have all three gunas. Nobody can live with only one guna. So everyone will have different all three gunas, but the what will define by, like you are Sattva guna or Rajo guna or Tamo guna. So whatever guna is on high proportional, that means you belong to this. Your personality belong to this guna. So now Ravana has Rajasic guna on most, like high proportional. Then for the Kumbhakarna it is Tamasic, and for Vibhishana it is Sattvic. All three brothers went for the Tapacharya. They went to do austerity. Brahmaji came because they have done so much austerity. The Brahmaji was very happy. He just came in front of them and he asked for a boon. You all three brothers can ask boon. Now all three brothers together said, Sona, I want Sona. Now in Hindi, we have different meanings of this Sona word. So according to Vibhishana, he is Sattvic Guna, Satoguni person. So now according to this Vibhishana, he wants to Sona, the meaning of Sona according to Vibhishana is so na, we will break. So na, I don't want to sleep. Where? In night? No. I don't want to sleep in Agyan Nidra, in illusion. I don't want to sleep in illusion. That means I don't want to get attached with the samsara. I want to follow the path of dharma always. I want to do bhakti of Ram, of Bhagwan. That is the meaning. I want to wake up. I want to know my identity, the real identity, who I am, why I came into this world, what purpose I am having. So I want to have clarity. I don't want to sleep in illusion. That is the meaning. So Sona, one meaning according to the Vibhishana. He is Satoguni person. He wants to know the reality. He has desire of knowledge. Then the second is Rajasic person, Ravana. He when he says Sona, that means I want Sona, gold. Gold. Now gold is the collection for all the worldly objects. So I want power, I want money, I want name, everything. That means I am Rajasic person. So whenever we have this attachment towards the powers, towards the money, towards the name, that means our Rajasic Guna is raising. Now it is raising and we have to control right now. Because Rajasic Guna is not good, it will lead us to towards the dukkha, pain only. Because when we expect something or we have some desires, so maybe we will be able to fulfill those desires, but not every time. Today I am able to fulfill my desire, I am happy. But what about tomorrow? I want iPhone and I have purchased that iPhone. Now I am happy. But what about tomorrow? Maybe tomorrow I will not be having this much money to purchase iPhone. Then this will cause us pain, sorrow. So when we have attachment, we have so many desires, then this will cause pain. So according to Sona, Ravana wanted to control everyone, even the devatas from the Swarga. They were coming in the palace of Ravana and they were working like a laborers. So this much power he had that time. So because he has done austerities, he has done so much tapa, and out of this tapa, he received everything. So like sometimes people, we think that this person is very powerful, that means he is not, that doesn't mean that he is very good person. Because Ravana was very intelligent, he had the knowledge of Shastras also, so he knows Shastras, but still he is not able to apply those Shastras into the life. Because he has so much attachments, Rajasic Tattva. So we started with the talk like why we are not able to apply the knowledge we are having in our life. Because we have so many attachments, and these attachments are the cause of this Rajasic Guna. When this Rajasic Guna will raise, we will not be able to control our mind. We will have so many thoughts, we will have so many attachments like Ravana had. He knew that Ramji is having so much power, but he still kidnapped Sita. Why he kidnapped Sita? Because he had this lust, this attachment. Out of that, he kidnapped Sita, and he just became the cause of destruction of his own kingdom, even for his own life. So this is the cause, this is the nature of Rajasic Guna. It creates a lot of cravings, attachment. You cannot live without it. Like sometimes a very example, like a simple example, in front of you there is some sweet or something to eat you like most. Now it is there in front of you only. Just think about the situation. You want to eat, but you cannot. Maybe doctor has said something not to eat that thing, or something is there, but still the craving you are having. Just think about that thing. So this is Rajasic guna. This is Rajasic. When you don't want to do, but it is like you cannot control yourself. That is Rajasic guna. So Sattvic, Rajasic, when we acquire for the knowledge, we think about the Lord, we are attached with the good things, that is Sattvic. We have so much attachment, so much restless, we are becoming completely restless, that is Rajasic. And then the legends will come, the Tamasic. So this Kumbhakarna, he also asked, I want Sona. What is Sona according to Kumbhakarna? He wants to sleep. The literal meaning, sleep. I want to sleep for 6 months. I will wake up for 1 day only. Now you will awake for 1 day, and what you will do in sleep? So he is completely ignorant. He even doesn't know that in the sleep I cannot do anything. I cannot even enjoy the worldly objects what I can enjoy right now. But still he wants to sleep. Now in the sleep, what will you enjoy? Nothing is there. So the Tamasic guna is something, this is completely ignorant people. They don't know what is right, what is wrong, what to do, what not to do. They don't know anything. So this is the cause of Tamasic guna. Andhakar, they good tama, and they completely darkness. So when we have darkness in the room, or we are going somewhere and it is completely dark, you cannot take next step because you cannot see anything. So similarly, Tamasic, when the Tamasic guna is on high proportional, or the Tamasic guna is raising in our mind, then everything becomes blur, everything becomes dark. We cannot even see anything. So that is called Tamo guna. So Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic guna. Sattvam, Rajastama iti gunas prakriti sambhavaha. All these gunas are coming from the Prakriti. So Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic, Vibhishan, Ravan, and Kumbhakarna we have seen. Nibadnanti mahabaho dehe dehinam avyayam. And all these 3 gunas will bind this jiva with the samsara. Now how the Sattvic guna will bind? We can understand easily with the Tamasic and Rajasic guna. But what about Sattvic guna? So this Sattvic guna means rope. So rope, the work of rope is to bind 2 things together. So this rope or guna will bind Jeev with the samsara together. Now this chain, or we can say these are 3 chains: Sattvic chain, Rajasic chain, Tamasic chain. Now all these chains, maybe some is iron chain, the Tamasic one is iron chain, and the Rajasic one is silver, and this gold, the Sattvic is gold chain, but still it is chain. No matter it is gold or silver or the iron chain, but it is chain. So nature of chain is to bind 2 things together. Now the Sattvic gun also bind you. We will see in the other shlokas. Tatra sattvan nirmalatvat prakashakamanayam sukha sangena badnati jnana sangena chanagha. He's saying tattva sattvan nirmalatvat. First he says Sattvic guna is also very good. It is purified. When you will have purification, like if you will get Sattvic guna, you will have purified mind. Everything will be good. Prakashakamanayam. It will enlighten everything. Like you will be knowing everything, what is good, what is wrong, and what you should do, and maybe you will do the things what you should do, but still it will bind you. Sukha sangena batnate jnana sangena chanagha. It will bind with the sukha, happiness, and the attachment and the knowledge. So when he says, he is not saying sukhena badnati jnanen badnati. He's saying Sukha sangena badnati jnana sangena chanagha. Sang means attachment. Now again the Rajasic guna will combine with the Sattvic guna. Now the concept is one guna cannot live alone. So when your Sattvic guna combines with the Rajasic guna, So even when you are only learning something without any attachment, that is okay. That Satogun will lead you towards the supreme knowledge, supreme siddhi only. But whenever the sattvic guna will combine with the rajasic guna, you will be having attachment. Then sukha sangena badnate jnana sangena chanagha, and it will happen. So like you are doing sacrifices, you are performing yagyas. Now these yagyas are the order of Vedas only. You are following Vedas. You are doing good thing. This is Satoguna thing. But still out of these yagyas, you will get happiness maybe. You will get something good, and that goodness, something like you will get wealth, you will get intelligence, you will get kid. So you will get something. And out of that thing, you will be getting happiness. Now for that happiness, you are having little bit attachment. And for that attachment, what will you do? Again, you will start doing the same work, same action, because you think that it is getting, I am getting happiness out of it. So let me do it again. So sukha sangena badnati. For this happiness, we get attachment. Now the happiness is also, there are two types of happiness, or we can say sukh and anand. Sukh is happiness. Sukh, opposite of sukh is dukh. But for anand, there is no we don't have any other word for the anand. Anand is something beyond to this word. So when we are getting happiness out of these worldly things, that happiness will have attachment. So but when we get Paramanand, or the happiness with the Lord, or we are self-satisfied, self-happy, we don't have any, we don't want happiness from the outer things, external things. We are happy internally. That happiness is bliss, and that is Paramanand, and that will never destroy, and that will not bind you. So here Sukha Sangena, Sukh means the happiness we are getting from the worldly things. So when we follow Satoguni things, we get some happiness, and because of this happiness, we get some attachment, and this attachment causes this attachment will bind us with the samsara. Then Jnana Sangena Chanagha. Also, if we have so much knowledge, then also this thing comes like I know everything, I know all the shastras. So there is a story in the Upanishad, Shvetaketu. So there was a student called Shvetaketu, and when he came back from his Gurukula in front of his father, his father said he was so he had so much pride over the knowledge he received in the Gurukula. So his father again suddenly asked the questions. So he was able to give the answer, but then he asked about the Brahma Vidya, then the Upanishadic knowledge started there. So he asked it about the Brahma Vidya, then this kid or this Shvetaketu was silent, like I don't know. So because he had pride over the knowledge, now getting this knowledge, studying in the Gurukula, studying or anything like in a school, in college, so studying is good, that is sattvic thing. But if you have pride over your studies, pride over your knowledge, then this knowledge will bind with you with the samsara. So we should follow the sattvic good things, but we should not get attached. Some people, I put tilak daily, or I wear tulsi mala, or I go to temple daily, I do so many rituals daily. They have pride over these things. You do, it is very good. You follow every time you follow. But just don't start doing show off in front of others. I do this, I do this. You are not doing okay. So if you are starting to do show off of the things you are doing, you are following the sattvic things, and you are doing show off, then it will cause the you will be bound with the samsara. Sukha sangena badnate jnana sangena chanagha. Lord is saying this sattvic guna or this gold chain will also bind you with the samsara. But so first you have to renounce, you have to get free from this rajasic and tamasic guna. Then slowly also you have to leave this sattvic guna, and you have to become trigunatit. And what is trigunatit? How to become trigunatit? It will come in other session in in other shlokas. But first we have to understand the sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic. So this is all about the sattvic. Then we have tamasic thing. Rajo ragatmakam vidhi trishna sanga samudbhavam tannibadnati kaunteya karma sangena dehinam. So he is saying Rajo ragatmakam vidhi. Like the person full with attachments, full with desires, that is the rajasic thing. So like doing so much karma, attached with the karma, this is the rajasic thing. But also Lord is saying, do your karma. He is always again and again saying, Tasma, you just Bharata, you do war, you go for war, you do your duties, you do karma. So doing karma is not a rajasic thing, but getting attached with those karma is the rajasic thing. So Rajo ragatmakam. He is not saying Rajo karmatmakam. The karma is not a rajasic thing, but the attachment with the karma is a rajasic thing. So like we are doing something, some karma we are doing. But when we have this so much attachment with the karma, we again and again do the same. So that attachment will tell about this is the rajasic guna. So Rajo ragatmakam vidhi trishna sanga samudbhavam. Now the trishna sanga samudbhavam. So this is like the trishna and sanga. So there he is using two words, trishna and sanga. Trishna, what is trishna? So like when we have thirst, so much extreme, like in the desert or somewhere where there is no water and it is very sunshine and everything, like in the desert only. So that thirst, then extreme level of thirst, that is called trishna. So trishna, sometimes out of this trishna we have so many illusions also. That is called trishna. Trishna, sanga, and sanga is attachment. Trishna, sanga, samudbhavam. So this is called about the rajoguna. We have so much desire. Sometimes these desires also become our motivation. That is okay. So desire in some limit, it is okay. Because when we have, why we do karma? Because we have some desire. And how this desire will come? Because we have the knowledge of that thing. So suppose you are in 10th class, the 10th class student wants to do something. So first he has to know the thing, what he can do. So first he gets the knowledge of physics. Let's say he wants to become, he wants to do a PhD in physics. So first he will know the physics knowledge. Then this knowledge will have the desire like, this is the physics, and out of this physics I will become the professor, or every students will have fear because this is the physics professor, people will respect me. So now he has some attachments and some desire. Now out of this desire he will study more, he will study hard. So sometimes these desires will become our motivation. So that is okay, somehow that is okay for the Bhagavad-Gītā learning. Sometimes our desire becomes our motivation. Why? Maybe we want to we daily send some audios in our group. And suppose our trainer is appreciating those audios, what happens? Okay, I will send audio, so my trainer will appreciate. Now next day I will send my audio with Tanpura. I will add some music. We'll sing more melodious. We'll try to put more effort. So these actions, this attachment and this desire sometimes become our motivation also. But then also we have to be very vigilant. We have to be very alert that this should not exceed, or this should not cross its limit. Sometimes we have so much attachment. If my trainer, I have sent beat audio, then my trainer should reply on that audio. I am so much attached, and suppose my trainer has not replied, I am not going to attend next day class. I am not going to continue my Geeta journey because I have put a lot of effort, but my trainer has not even listened once. So this is called attachment. When this attachment is this is the attachment is exceeding the limit. So we have to make sure that if we have little attachment, because no one is free from this attachment. So if we have attachment, then also it should have some limit. We should not just cross this limit. So having attachment that my trainer will appreciate my audios, so I am recording more good audios, that is okay. But like if my trainer will not see, my trainer will not listen, then I will just break my journey. I will cry, or I will not send more audios. That is madness. That we become so much crazy about the thing. So we don't have to become crazy or mad for the things, but little bit attachment is okay sometimes. So this rajo ragatmakam vidhi Trishna Sanga Samudbhavam Tannibadnati Kaunteya Karma Sangena Bharata. So this will also bind the jiva with the samsara, but with the attachment in the karma. If we have attachment in the actions, doing something, actions, when we do something with the attachment, that will cause the foundation, or we will just bind with the samsara. Now third, it is very interesting, tamogun, complete ignorant. Tamasvagyanajam vidhi mohanam sarvadehinam pramadalasya nidrabhistannibadnati bharata. So tamasic people, like if you ask, what is your hobby? So if the person is saying, I want to learn more, I want to learn different things, that means this person is satoguni. If the person is saying, I want to do this dance, I want to play cricket, like something related with the kriya, actions, so much attachment with so much actions, doing something physically or something, this is called rajogun. Now so don't justify other people, because to get the real personality is very difficult. But this is for like ourselves, like what nature we are having, to know this. And then if we are someone is asking question, what do you like most? So, and we are saying that I want only eating and sleeping, that means this person belongs to this tamoguna. So rasic, tamasic, and sattvic gunas are there, and this tamoguna is somehow very funny also. Tamas prajnanajam vidhi, ajnanajam vidhi, completely is ignorant. Illusion is there, complete illusion. Tamas prajnanajam vidhi mohanam sarvadehinam, mohinam, delusion. So like when something is there, some light or some torch is there, you just on this torch and cover with some blanket. Now the light is coming from the torch, but this light will not enlighten everything. It is not showing anything. The path you will not get, because this torch is covered by the blanket. And if you just open this blanket or you remove this blanket, then you can use the light and you can see the path. So in tamoguna, what happens? This is something like a blanket. It covers the knowledge, it covers the lightning, it covers the happiness, everything, and it makes you complete ignorant. Pramadalasya nidrabhis. Then the concept of comes pramada. What is pramada? Pramada is doing something which is not right, or we don't do anything. Pramada. So like suppose it is the winter's night, and in your house there is nothing to eat and everyone is hungry. Now you have to make something. So pramada, one thing is we will not make anything. Now you are supposed to cook something, but you are not doing that. It is pramada. Or maybe just another way, you can do something which you are not supposed to do. Like it is the winter night, same example, and you have ordered the ice cream. Now in winter's night, if everyone will eat ice cream and will not have proper dinner, what will happen with the health? So these are the wrong actions, or completely wrong actions. So these are the pramad. This is cause of pramad. One is we don't do something, and if we do something that is also completely opposite, that is pramad. Pramadalasya nidrabhis. Then alasya means sleeping so much every time. Some people are there, even the professors, sometimes teachers, they come into the class and they are just yawning, they are doing every time, they are sleepy only in the class. Some students, okay, they are okay, but after sometimes class will pass, after 5-10 minutes they start sleeping. In the class only they start sleeping. Then in the playground, even they don't go for playing, they don't play anything, they don't participate in any activity, they just want to sleep. So this is alasya. Some people have this nature to postpone the things. If you say anything, you just like, you give me your number, okay, I will give you tomorrow. Why tomorrow? You can give these 10 digits, you can just say in 10 seconds, 10 numbers, but still I will give you tomorrow. If you say just to clean your glasses, I will do tomorrow, I will do later. They don't take immediate action. Maybe they are just sitting, but still I am watching television show, I will not do. So very easy, very small things we can observe around us. Maybe we are also doing many times these things. Our mother says, just get your dinner, and what we say, we are just attached with the television. We don't want to go there, or it is very near. The kitchen is not so far, but it is very near. But still, we don't want to go into the kitchen. We have this alasya. We postpone the things. I have to complete assignment today, but I will do tomorrow. So then we say this tomorrow. That means it is the cause of Rajasic Guna only. So everyone has this Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic Guna, but there is the main difference is in the quantity. According to quantity, the nature will be defined of the person. So if the Sattvic Guna is on high proportional, you will become Sattvic person. If Rajasic Guna is on high proportional or Tamasic Guna is high proportional, you will become Rajasic and Tamasic. So that is the role of Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic, the nature of Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. And according to this Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic nature, your mind will work. And according to your mind, your actions will be defined and you will become the same, because our actions depend on our thoughts, and thoughts depend on our Rajasic, Tamasic and Sattvic Guna. And this Rajasic, Sattvic, Tamasic Guna again depends on the actions. So like what kind of actions we are doing, then this will cause the next Rajasic task. Like it will, like some person is very much Rajasic, but still he is doing all the actions in the Geeta Parivar or other organization as a seva. So now the seva will create some Sato Guna and will raise Sato Guna. So after doing so much action, seva in the social, like on social media platform or some other places, the person, Rajasic person, can also become Sattvic person. Similarly, the person who is Rajasic and attached with other bad companies, then this person can become Tamasic also. So we can change our nature according to following some actions, some things. So next time we will see in detail what other things can be there. So we will just conclude the session here. We'll meet again. We will do some Sankirtana and then we will have the other thing. Hari Sharanam, 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 Hari Sharanam. Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you, Kavita Didi, for such detailed and beautiful interpretation in a very, very simple way. Shall we call for Samapan Prarthana now, Kavita Didi?
Yes. If we don't have any question, we can go for some open Prarthana.
Okay, so any audience, if you have any questions, you can switch on your videos and please raise hand. Kavita Didi will answer. जी दीदी, बिंदु दीदी आप अपना प्रश्न पूछ सकते हैं. यस बिंदु दीदी आप अनम्यूट करना. यस नहीं फिर कंटिन्यू.
Third shloka meaning.
Sorry.
Ma'am, once explain third shloka, no?
Okay. Mama Yonir Mahadram, right?
दीदी एक सेकंड, हाँ मैं ये करती हूँ. बिंदु दीदी प्लीज अपना क्वेश्चन रिपीट कीजिए प्लीज.
Yes, Bindu Didi wants the meaning of third shlok again.
Okay. So Mama Yonir Mahadbrahma Tasmin Garbhan Dadham.
Right.
Here the Lord is telling about the Srishti of this universe. So according to Sankhya philosophy, we can say, or he is telling the different ways, like there are different ways how the Srishti has come in the existence. So now this is the one way how the Srishti has come in this universe has come in the existence. So Mama Yoni Mahadbrahma, the Yoni is Prakriti, and Mahad Brahma, he is the Brahma, he is like a father. So in next verses he will tell that this Prakriti is like a mother and I am like a father. So Mama Yonir Mahadbrahma Tasmin Garbhan Dadhamyaham Sambhava. So I just place the seed in the Prakriti's Yoni and then the whole creation happens. That is.
Very nice, Didi. जी नीरजा जी आप अपना प्रश्न पूछें.
जी दीदी जय श्री कृष्णा.
Jai Shri Krishna.
जी दीदी, I just wanted to ask about Garud Puran. What is Garud Puran a part of? Is it a part of Bhagavad Gita?
No, it's not a part of Bhagavad Gita. It's a separate, I guess it's a separate Purana. So you can just Garud. Actually, in normal days we don't read Garud Purana.
Right.
But for the Swadhyaya we can read Garud Purana. So you can get it very easily in Geeta. In Geeta Press also it is available. So the Garud Purana book from Geeta Press you can refer and you can read. So something about the heaven, something about the hell, and some different concepts are there. After death, what will happen? Basically, they cover after death. So when someone dies, then that time we just read this Garud Purana.
Sheila Didi, sorry, Rajwala ji, please ask your question.
Yeah, just Krishna Didi. Yeah, I want to know the meanings of some words because I cannot get the meaning, and so I can't.
Okay.
Can you? Didi, hello.
Yes. Please ask.
मैम मीनिंग मैं हिंदी में बोल दूं? प्रवक्ष्यामि.
जी बताएं.
तो इसका शाब्दिक अर्थ मुझे नहीं आते, जैसे प्रवक्ष्यामि, यज्ञात्वा, नोपजायन्ते.
Pravakshyami means I will tell. मैं बताऊंगा. Yajgyatva, after knowing the knowledge. Yajgyatva, after knowing that Yajgyatva. Pravakshyami, I will tell. So these meanings you can easily get from Anvaya Geeta. So in Geeta Press only we have Anvaya Geeta, Padachhed Sahit Anvaya Geeta, ऐसा कुछ करके आएगा. That you can refer for word by word meaning. That would be very easy to understand.
पढ़ने नहीं आते थे श्लोक, मैंने वो डोनेट कर दी. तो अब मुझको पढ़ना मिल रहा है तो मेरे पास गीता नहीं है, फिर मैं इसलिए थोड़ा कंफ्यूज हो जाती हूँ कि मैं कैसे करूँ, ये वर्ड्स मेरे को आते नहीं है। योनिर महद ब्रह्मा। हेलो।
महद ब्रह्मा वर्ड जो है वो रिफर कर रहा है आपकी प्रकृति को। महद ब्रह्मा, ये आप जो वर्ड बाय वर्ड मीनिंग है ये आप अन्वय गीता से इजीली देख सकती हैं, पदच्छेद वाली अन्वय गीता। मैं आपको चैट बॉक्स पे लिख देती हूँ, क्योंकि यहाँ पर सारे मीनिंग्स बताना पॉसिबल नहीं हो सकता है हम लोगों को, तो इसलिए हम लोग उस तरह से करते हैं।
Yes, Shilaji, please ask your question. Please unmute first. Please unmute first. You are on mute. We cannot hear you. You are on mute.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I wanted to know whether you can send us the PDFs in English, because I did not get the PDF for the last session of chapter 9. So will
Okay,
you
you
be
can
sending-
contact with your group coordinator.
Okay.
You can contact with your group coordinator. Group coordinator will provide you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And this is the common announcement, like anyone, if you want anything, you can directly ask your group coordinator. Either they will provide you directly or they will connect you with someone who is the source person for the thing. So you can kindly go for anything to your group coordinator. Yes.
Yes. Gauriji, you can ask.
Yes, my question was, जब ब्रह्मा जी ने प्रकृति के साथ इस यूनिवर्स की निर्मित की, मतलब तब वेदर, मतलब ये जो 3 गुणों के बारे में आपने बताया, रजस सत्व तमस, तो ये गुण हम बाहर के ऊपरी संस्कार से बढ़ा सकते हैं, या तो ये जब बॉर्न होते हैं हम तभी हम में एक गुण ज्यादा होता है, एक कम होता है, ऐसा कुछ होता है?
मैं ये प्रश्न आपका समझी नहीं। ये 3 गुण वैसे तो हमारे मूल होते हैं, यानी कि हर जगह ये 3 गुण हैं ही। इन 3 गुणों से रहित कुछ भी नहीं है, और ऐसा भी नहीं हो सकता कि एक ही गुण वहां पर एग्जिस्ट करे। तीनों गुण तीनों कालों में सर्वदा हमेशा रहेंगे, हर जगह रहेंगे, हमारे बाहर भी है, क्योंकि पूरी प्रकृति, पूरा वर्ड जो है वो मैनिफेस्टेशन है इन तीनों गुणों का। तो ये 3 गुण हर जगह हैं। आपका प्रश्न क्या है, मैं समझी नहीं।
ये 3 गुण अगर हर जगह है तो हम मतलब आपने बताया ना कि कोई पर्सन अगर किसी निगेटिविटी से भरा है, या तो वो मतलब वो तमो हमें दिखाई देता है कैसा रहेगा, या तो सत्व हो तो उसके अंदर पॉजिटिविटी ज्यादा होगी वैसे। तो ये बायबॉर्न किसी में ज्यादा कम ज्यादा होता है इन गुणों का प्रोपोर्शन, या तो वो ऊपरी संस्कार से बनता है?
हाँ, जिस समय आपका बर्थ, जिस समय व्यक्ति का जन्म होता है, उस समय जो उसके गुण होते हैं, उसके प्रीवियस लाइफ में जो भी कर्म किए हैं उसके संस्कार यानी द्वारा वहां पर आते हैं। जो भी प्रीवियस कर्म किए हैं उसके अकॉर्डिंग आपकी इस बर्थ में आपके गुण का लेवल, जो भी आपका लेवल होगा कि सात्विक गुण का लेवल बढ़ा है और तामसिक गुण कम है, तो वो प्रीवियस लाइफ के अकॉर्डिंग होगा। लेकिन इस लाइफ के अकॉर्डिंग ये चेंज होता रहेगा। जब भी आप अपने आप को सात्विक कर्मों में ज्यादा इन्वॉल्व करेंगे तो आपका सात्विक गुण बढ़ेगा और बाकी दोनों घटेंगे, और जिस समय आप राजसिक या तामसिक गुणों में रहेंगे तो आपका उसी प्रकार से गुण बढ़ेगा और बाकी जो सात्विक गुण होगा वो घटेगा।
ओके, थैंक यू।
Yes, Mamta ji, please ask your question.
Thank you so much, Kavita Didi. Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you for so much for this interpretation. Didi, I want to know how to balance, make balance between these 3 gunas.
So you have to balance, like if you want to balance between 3 gunas, then you have to go with the 6th chapter of the 6th chapter, shlok number 16 and 17. So when your schedule, your daily routine is balanced, your 3 gunas will become balanced. So how you, when you wake up, what things you do, daily rituals, are you performing daily or not? Sometimes you are skipping your meals. Everything will make effect on these three gunas. So if you are following everything properly and all the sattvic actions you are performing daily, especially the nitya karma, naimittik karma, all the daily rituals, and what sometime you are giving to the seva, sometime you are giving to the swadhyaya, everything. If you are doing your kartavya karma, all your duties, if you are a housewife, you have to cook food, and all your duties whatever are your duties, if you are doing everything correctly and properly, then your three gunas will be balanced automatically. But if your routine is not correct and you are not following your routine correctly, then your three gunas will also not be balanced.
Okay. Thank you so much.
So
Didi.
like this
One
is the
more,
first step.
yeah, okay.
Balance your
One
three
more
gunas.
question, and how to get rid of fear? Like I have some kind of fear in myself.
Okay, so for this, Swamiji always says, if we just get involved in sattvic karma, so slowly this fear will be removed. But not exact, like not you cannot transform yourself. Like at this moment you have fear, and next moment you will not have the fear. It will go slowly. So just we have to get involved in the sattvic karma. So as the sattvic guna will raise, our fear and all other negativity will be removed. But if we are more involved in the tamasic gunas, in the tamasic action, then the fear and all these things and anxiety, everything will increase. So we just need to do that. We have to analysis. We have to do that. What are the actions we are performing? Either these actions belong to the sattva guna or tamo guna. If these actions belong to tamo guna, then we have to reduce these actions. We have to avoid to do all these things, and we have to get involved in the sattvic guna as much as possible. Then slowly we can move towards the positivity, and we can easily get rid of this fear and all other negativity.
Yes, Seemaji, you can ask a question.
Yeah. Jai Shri Krishna.
Yes,
My question is, chanting these shlokas will have more influence, whether knowing the meaning of shlokas is also very important. Chanting shlokas
Actually,
is equally. Yeah.
yes, in Geeta Parivar. So at one time, how the Ashu Bhaiya says and also Swamiji says, at one time we can focus on one thing. So when we are learning chanting, we are learning correct pronunciation, then only chanting the shlokas is okay, is fine, it is okay, very correct. But if after the next step is to know little bit meaning, but it is not necessary to know the meaning at the same time when you are learning correct pronunciation. So when you are learning pronunciation, you can not have meaning, that is also fine. It will not make any difference, because when we know meaning, we think that we can easily by heart the shlokas, but it doesn't happen, because for the long time we have to by heart the shlokas without knowing meaning only, because anyways we are not going to know the Sanskrit. If we know the Sanskrit, that time if we know the meaning, it helps. But we don't know Sanskrit properly, then when you are reading, we are learning shloka pronunciation, then it is okay, it is good to focus only on pronunciation part. So you can skip the meaning right now, but slowly you can start reading other commentaries like Sadhak Sanjeevani and other commentaries.
Yeah, knowing the meaning is more influential to the mind, I think. After knowing the meaning, we get more interest, isn't it?
After knowing the meaning, it is of course it is good, but when you are reading, you are learning pronunciation, that time you can avoid for some time.
Yeah.
Or you can go together, but first if we will
Parayana,
first learn the shlokas and then we will understand the meaning, that will be more effective.
Okay, knowing it, pronouncing it properly itself is very helpful. You mean to say that?
Right, right. Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so the question I just got now. So Swamiji says this Bhagavad Gita is not a simple shlokas, but these are the mantras, and the mantra are different from the normal shlokas. Mantra means when we are reciting the shloka with the same anupurviki, like the same words we are saying. Arjuna uvacha evam satata yukta ye. So we can either say Arjun has said, who are the better yogis, knowers of the yoga. We can just translate and we can just do practice of Bhagavad Gita in other languages, but that will not have the effect of mantra. So when we are chanting shlokas with the same words written in the book, in the Bhagavad Gita, that will make other influence in your life. So these are the mantras, Bhagavad Gita shlokas.
Yes, Balkrishna Bhaiya, you can ask your question.
Jai Shri Krishna. I have a question. In South, people are taking dosas and all stale foods. Does that mean that the food is tamasic? In North, we don't like to take overnight foods. Especially, I am from Kashmir. We like to take fresh foods because our parents say that the overnight soaked foods are not sattvic.
Yes,
in
that
this
is
sense.
tamasic. That is tamasic, but see, everywhere according to place the things change. So deshe kale cha patre cha. So according to desh, kal and patra, it is written in our scriptures also. So according to place, according to time, and according to the person, adhikari bhedin, everything will change. So if the like according to place, there are some different tradition, there are some different habits. So we cannot say like this is completely tamasic because the intention behind the action matters. So they don't have that intention. So sometimes it is acceptable. Okay, they are
Does
eating
this
the
mean
food
that
like that. But it is
in other words, the so-called foods they say are actually more digestible because some living bacteria development, they aid in digestion as far as the science goes. Should we then change our perception like that now?
like we can say, but not exactly like that. It depends on the situation and the person. Like it changes. Next time we can
Actually-
have this question again with Ashu Bhaiya.
Actually,
I would invite
my
him.
children are in Bangalore. They like these such foods only. They order also from the market, but I don't like. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Kavita Didi, there is a question repeatedly posted in the chat box, and that is how to keep in mind all the shloks and recite. The audience wants some tips regarding this, and I feel you are the right person to give some tips. So please, can you elaborate on that?
Okay, so you just need to, so you just need to like practice again and again. So if you are reading shlokas, you want to by heart the shlokas, then in a day, you have to make sure that you are reciting the same shlokas multiple times. Sometimes what happens, we are learning 12th chapter and next day we start 15th chapter. We think that we have by-hearted 12th chapter completely. But what happens when we move towards the next chapter without by-hearting completely the previous chapter, suddenly after completing the next chapter, we forget the previous one. So we have to make sure that we are able to recite the shlokas after closing our, without the help of PDF book, and after closing our eyes. If we are able to recite the shlokas in that way, then only we should think that okay, now I have by hearted this chapter, and then only we should start new chapter. Otherwise we have to practice again and again same shlokas. Like if you take 5 shlokas today, so next 3 days you have to practice these 5 shlokas, and next day you can pick another 5 shlokas. Then like that you have to practice the shlokas multiple times. That is only the way to by heart the shlokas for long time.
Rightly said, Didi.
Ma'am?
And now Binduji will ask the question.
Ma'am, what is? Ma'am, you have explained 4 ways of life, no?
Okay. Binduji, can you repeat your question? I have explained the four
types of life.
Can you just give me a little bit hint where I said
In
four types?
in third shloka, you have said that Parabrahm has.
Please
Yeah,
be specific and quick, Didi.
Didi, your voice is not coming through. Bindu Didi,
Correct.
can you, because it's cutting off.
Yeah, the 4 ways of life. Parabrahm has explained 4 ways of life.
And
In the third
ways
shloka.
of life.
Can you elaborate your question, Didi?
Yeah.
In the third shloka, you have explained the 4 types of life, no, ma'am. I have put the seeds through.
4 types of life.
Yeah.
Which are
Okay.
they? Which are they? Which are they, Binduji? Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, from the soil, like plants.
Okay, so 4 types of jivas I told. There are 4 categories of jivas, not 4, like we have 84 lakh yonis and we can divide all 84 lakh yonis between the 4 types, 4 categories. So Udbij, Andaj, all these are the categories. So we have Udbij. So you said about the plants. So plants are Udbij. It comes from the earth directly. So these are called Udbij. Then we have Svedaj. Svedaj, like when something is created out of the sweat. These are the Svedaj. Then we have Andaj. Andaj means the living creatures who are coming from the anda, from the egg. So like that we have 4 categories, and the fourth is Udbij, Andaj, and the Svedaj, and the 4th one is the people who are coming from the mother directly, like the human beings are the 4th category. So these are the 4 types of jivas, not 4 types of life.
So yes, Bindu Didi is gone on. Yes. So I think that was the last question, and I really appreciate Kavita Didi for your stamina. You have been continuously talking for last 1.5 hours, brainly talks and confidently giving satisfactory answers to all the queries raised. Really, I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. You are an inspiration to all. At such an young age, if anyone can conquer so much of knowledge, I think we all can do it. Thank you very much for being an inspiration to the entire Geeta Parivar. Today's session is very successful due to the efforts of number of volunteers who have put in tremendous work behind the screen, a heartfelt expression of gratitude towards all. Thank you all very much. And now I call Geetanjali Taure for Samapan Prarthana. Geetanjali ji, आप मुंबई महाराष्ट्र से हैं, and
Jai Shri Krishna.
You enjoy.
Yogesham.
Yes, Geetanjali is from Mumbai, Maharashtra. She enjoys reading books and is a yoga trainer. She joined Geeta Parivar since May 21 and is working as a tech volunteer at various levels of Geeta Parivar. Over to you, Geetanjali ji, for Samapan Prarthana. Please unmute and start.
Jai Shri Krishna. Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Vrajapriyam Dharma Samsthapakam Viram Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna to all.
Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna to all. We'll meet again next week for the interpretation of second half of chapter 14 in level 2. Thank you very much for sharing your very, very important and precious time on this Sunday evening. Wish you all a good health and happiness. Take care. Stay safe. We'll meet again.